February housing data is out for the state of Florida, so let's dive into the numbers. All right, starting off with Broward County, we saw closed sales just up slightly from a year ago, 1.1%. Median sales price staying in positive territory, up 1.6%. But look at month supply of inventory, down slightly, 5.3. We're right around 5 months. That's a pretty balanced market. We always say, 5 to 6 nationwide, but usually South Florida is 4 to 5. So we're right there in a very healthy, balanced market when it comes to month supply of inventory. Moving over to Dade County, closed sales up 4.3%. That's good news there. Median sales price up 4.6% for the month of February. And month supply of inventory has grown a little bit here in Dade County, up to 6.2 months. So we would favor the buyers in this scenario. And if that continues to grow, it'll absolutely continue to favor buyers in Dade County. All right, moving over to Palm Beach County, we have closed sales up 8%. Median sales price up 4.3% at $675. And month supply of inventory is actually down. We went from 5.7 to 4.9. So if this continues to drop, this could be a switch over in Palm Beach County, unlike Dade and Broward, where a switch over to favoring the sellers if there's little inventory supplies. But right now, I would still consider this a balanced, healthy market. All right, and let's look at Florida as a whole. So Florida as a whole, we're almost up 4% in closed sales. Median sales price is down 0.7. So let's just put that in perspective. All three of the Tri-County, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach were all in positive territory, but the state as a whole is down just under 1%, not much, but that just goes to show you west coast of Florida, northern Florida, other parts are down in price, but the Tri-County area is actually still in positive territory. And then month supply of inventory, this kind of trends the same as Palm Beach, where it's down from 5.3 months to 4.8. So once again, balanced market here, but we're going to continue to keep our eye on that month supply of inventory and see what it does in the spring here. We do expect that to increase because spring is a busy time of year. So this might have just been a little dip, seasonality, beginning of the year. So let's keep an eye on it for the spring. All right, moving over to townhouses and condos for Broward County. This is obviously going to paint a different picture than single family homes. So we have closed sales down 2.8%. Median sales price down 1.8%, and month supply of inventory has pretty much held steady, going from 11.4 months to 11.5. We'll keep an eye on that as well as we head into the spring. Dade County condos, look at this, up 15% compared to a year ago. That's a pretty significant increase as far as condo sales in Dade County. However, median sales price is down almost 10% compared to last year. And look at month supply of inventory. This is starting to tick back up. We were at 12.6 months. Now it's up to a whopping 13.4. So just once again, excess supply of condos in Dade County especially. And then we'll move over to Palm Beach County. Closed sales up 11%, pretty similar to Dade County. Median sales price only down about 0.5%. And month supply of inventory is still trending down. So we have both single family homes and townhouses and condos, month supply of inventory in Palm Beach County trending down. It's gone from 10 months a year ago to now 8.9. And then we'll close out here with Florida as a whole for townhouses and condos. Closed sales up 8.6%. Median sales price down 1.9%. And month supply of inventory down slightly, went from 9.7 to 9.3. So this is good overall for the state as far as townhouses and condos because we still have an excess supply. But as that number comes down, that's good news, and we'll hopefully eventually get to a balanced market. So keep in mind, these numbers are for February. So when you see trends like inventory going down, that's coming into usually the slower months with January and February. It's going to start to heat up now. March, April, May, these are really busy real estate months. This is when people list their homes. People are out looking for homes. People usually want to buy in the spring, especially with the schools. They want to get into a certain area or district prior to the summer starting and people going on vacation. So just keep that in mind. We expect, the numbers next month, we'll keep an eye that inventory levels will start to rise. So this will be good news for buyers. You'll have more inventory to choose from. So if you've been looking around the holidays and into January, February, and you weren't noticing as much, you should start to see that pick up. Also, we did get some good news today as far as interest rate Interest rates have been trending up because of this war in Iran and with oil prices and just the uncertainty of everything. But it looks like the president announced that there's been some good talks going on with Iran right now. Maybe they'll come to some sort of negotiation. But either way, the bleeding has stopped a little bit with interest rates going up. So we really hope we can kind of hang out here for a little bit, just take a pause on the interest rate hike. And then eventually, once this war is over, we anticipate rates to kind of go back down to the levels we saw prior to the war starting. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Make it a great day.